all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Porzingis in the post. Hey, it's Porzingis slamming it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Here's Wembanyama. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Woo!
BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Chicago's shooting their first free throw tonight. Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Basket counts. Wembanyama's got his third basket on the night right there. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Taylor Jenkins. The message that he sent to his team is that they need to be laser-focused on DeMar DeRozan. He told me DeRozan can expect to see plenty of double teams. He said if they're going to beat us tonight, DeMar's not going to be the guy to do it. And, of course, DeMar may have something to say about that. We'll find out. Back over to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
This demonstrates assertiveness. You know Wiggins is feeling it when he's rising and firing like this.
DeRozan with the bucket.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
The kick out to Maxey. Outside Tatum. Here he goes. Tipped away. To the paint. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
To the inside. Pajemski. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Come on. If you're gonna go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Here's Markkanen. Goes back up. Outside for Wembanyama. 4-3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Down low. Oh, a denial. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Markkanen inside. Left side Holiday. Pass to Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Wembanyama's got 13.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Maxey with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. Back to Maxey. Outside Tatum. To get back on track. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away. This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And so it's Memphis with it. Chicago making their last shot.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Here's Giddy. Takes it. Inside.
Pushing the pace. Giddy using some speed to get his shot.
And Josh Giddy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team.
Wembanyama down low. 13 points in the game. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to talk it over with his guys. .127 left in the first quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Bagley. 5 to shoot. Walker with the steal. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Chicago with a rebound.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And Giddy has got the ball here for Memphis. A 12-point game. Drives to the hoop. Now here's Whitmore. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And here's Memphis. Here's Castle. Yet to see a basket. Nifty move. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
Wow. Clint Capella.
Here's Bagley. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Grizzlies trail by 14. Pass to Capella. To the wing, right side. Here's Giddy. Here's Castle. It's Walker on the wing. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, good D by Bagley. Got it up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Bulls. His fingerprints were all over that court. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
4 on the clock. Pass to Bagley. Takes the 3. They get it again. Edie. And that one is hammered home.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. And it's Bagley with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Another shot. Tatum's shot is good. Tatum's got his first 2 points.
You see the basketball IQ Tatum has. Just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Pritchard. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Alexander Walker's got his second bucket on the night.
Woohoo! Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
From the wing, Tatum can't hit.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Porzingis on the double team. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Bagley. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And that one's good. Markkanen's got his first 2 points of the night.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area. Maxey is such a crafty finisher. Let him get to the rim, and he'll make the most of it.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
So good to see Markkanen using force on his finish.
Here's Wiggins. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Wiggins has got 5 points.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk! Whoa! What a dunk by Wembanyama!
Wiggins, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
From 9 feet out. Outside for Wembanyama. Pass to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Well, that's the kind of defensive play you need to win ball games. Great block from Wembanyama.
It's Podziemski on the wing. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Counted. He's got 5.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Well, this is the dirty work you love to see Porzingis doing. Saving the play and getting them a bucket.
Chicago shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. The free throw no good for Wembanyama. Grizzlies trail by 18. Here's Tatum. Banked it in off the glass.
And Tatum is an impressive athlete. So good at knifing inside and finishing at the rim.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. 58 seconds left in the half. Here's Giddey. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Giddey's got 4 points this quarter.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Inside. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Chicago leading by 16. Here's Hendricks. No good with the triple.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
That's a blocking foul, and he'll shoot free throws.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
That one misses. Chicago with the ball, and that game will mark the end of a 4-game trip. Whitmore. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Whitmore's got 5 points.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Here's Giddey. And again, it's Memphis missing. And so it's Chicago, leading by 17 at the end of the period. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. We'll be right back with you shortly. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Chicago leading by 17. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hendricks. Clock at 6. From the arc. Capella with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And it's Giddey missing. Here's Pritchard. Still without a bucket. Count it. Good. And the Bulls lead by 19.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Outside Walker. From 13. Here's Castle. Outside Giddey. Second chance shot. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And Hendricks gets it to go.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Nance. And again, it's Memphis missing.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Tries again, and it's Edey missing. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And again, it's Memphis missing.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Outside Whitmore. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And it's rejected. Pass to Hendricks. Capella with a block.
Well, you can't take those kind of shots around a shot blocker like Capella. You're just playing with fire at that point.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And stolen by Porzingis. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Wiggins. Shots blocked. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. Outside Tatum. To win the cold spell. Here's Maxey. With the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Maxey's got 7.
Sometimes the D likes to get physical with Maxey, but he has no back down in him.
Hendricks. The shot won't fall. Excellent D there from Wiggins. Launches a 3. He buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
And that's a good shot for Wiggins. I mean, he can be deadly from the corner.
Here's Pritchard. Outside Whitmore. Pass to Hendricks. From deep. On target from range. Hendricks has got 6 points in the quarter. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up, not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Oh, swiped away. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit.
The pure skill and agility of Tatum on full display. To be able to beat the foul and still get his bucket.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. .116 left in the third quarter. Wembanyama with some nice D.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Well, Markkanen's put in the work, and he's got no trouble absorbing some contact.
Well, Coach Lowry Markkanen, it's been an interesting study to watch his game continue to improve every year.
Yeah, it certainly has, Brian. You know, he was a complimentary player for quite a while, and then finally has developed into a primary offensive threat, and he has thrived.
Is such an elusive cover. The Frenchman Wembanyama is especially hard to stop in transition.
Maxey with it, picked up by Markkanen. Tatum from long range. Chicago with a rebound.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And the basket by Holiday.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Outside, Alexander Walker. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. And it's in, off the glass. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Here's Wembanyama. And there's the drive. And the layup is good.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Chicago ahead, delivering the blowout. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Memphis. Here's Giddy. Some solid defense from Markkanen.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pajemski. Walker pulls down the board. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Nance. Back to Giddy. The shake. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. DeRozan down low. 2 points. That one goes. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for Chicago?
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Here's Walker. Chicago with a rebound.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team. One more time for your Grizzlies youth dance team. Come on.
On defense, the visiting team. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Knocked loose. And they're pushing it up. Pass to Edey. Over Capella. Edey, that's good.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Nance for 3. Knocks down the long J. Nance has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Outside Bagley. Lets it go from deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Memphis with the ball. From deep three-point range. Gets rebounded by Hendricks. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
And that one's good. Whitmore.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Tatum can't hit.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Yep, that one goes.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
To the inside. Pritchard gets it to go.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Outside Tatum. Back to Maxey. Chicago with a rebound. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That'll be a second foul of the game. One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. And second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Yeah, what a creative dunker Wiggins is. It's really fun watching him rise up and finish with power.
Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
The athletic swingman. I love whenever Tatum goes up with force off the drive.
Wembanyama. And the layup is good off the glass. Wembanyama's got 10 points here in the second half. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo! There's Tatum with the three. Nails it from three.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Porzingis with the block.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Here's Wembanyama. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they pick up their fourth win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Victor Wembanyama.
And you have to love how he controlled the key, piling up blocks and putting fear into opposing shooters.
Wiggins. And that one's good.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Tatum with a steal. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Lauri Markkanen. And that one falls for Tatum.
At the line for Memphis, Jason.
And so Tatum nails both of them.
Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the away team, Wembanyama.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
There's Tatum with the three. The rebound by Markkanen. There's the steal. From behind the arc. And it's Tatum missing. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. 3 seconds left in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
Interesting timeout with this game mostly in the bag.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your Dreamville.
From deep, Wembanyama, it's off. And so Chicago takes the win. A stake.
Green light, but we still